So I just said all that and it ain't mean nothing to nobody. Wow, my bad, y'all. So here I am. I'm up here doing a pop-up, didn't put pop-up in the title, but I'm here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here. And I'm looking down because I'm textificationalizing somebody. And I know that that's uncouth. It's not within the etiquette of the YouTube machine. But I got a massage, so I'm trying to reply. Hold on. God damn, boy, I tell you. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost done. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. So that's it. Damn, y'all sliding on in here already, huh? Well, look at God. Well, look at what I don't know what the hell y'all doing. And I see the third person up off in here is GT Junior. My guy. My bruh. Look here, man. We're gonna talk about Bales in a minute. We're gonna talk about Bales in just a little bit, but I'm gonna speak to everybody. Oh, J Mia, thank you, sister. Thank you. She said she over in them ass. Rashonda, thank you for being over here, Rashonda. We appreciate you, Rashonda. Ah, thank you. Gee. What you want, Rashonda? All over in everybody YouTube spaces and pages and whatnot. Y'all see how I got my mic? Y'all like that? Is it? I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of feel like Leon Phelps a little bit. All I need is a little Cavassier or something. Get the mood right. Yes, 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 yes. What's up, CC? Happy Mac. What's good, family? What's good, family? Miss Kathy B. How you doing? How you doing? What? Do I see who I think I see? Man, wipe down TV. Wipe down TV. What's good, family? How y'all doing? Long time no see. Yeah, good to see you. PIA. PIA said, I met up with somebody and some things happened and some stuff happened and we went shopping and here's this buggy. It's just here. With all these things and I got a little alfalfa going. Hold on now. Damn, I'm trying to when your locks growing, it's something about that shoulder stage. Anybody who don't let their locks grow out when they hit your shoulder, you got anywhere from 8 months to a year where they just get on your shoulders and they do this right here. All of them, every one of them, they hit your shoulder, just go through a whole phase of just what's that? Something walk like an Egyptian, whatever. Yeah, doing that thing. But shout out CC, shout out PIA, passionately intrigued arts. 10, the not a not one, but the educated natural. What's up, my sister? Y'all get on her podcast if y'all don't know what it's about, man. If y'all don't understand, if y'all don't know, get on over there and check it out. For shizzle. Urban, what's up, my sister? Just a little pop-up action. Just a little pop-up action. Just a little. Yeah. I feel sexification a little tired because I got my mic like, hey, everybody, I got the mic. I feel. Let me talk to y'all real quick. I just want to talk to you for a minute. Now, if y'all didn't know what I said by just saying, I just want to talk to you for a minute. It used to be a group called Jodeci a long, long time ago, and they had a group called Jodeci, and they that's back when songs had the talking part, and in the talking part you had to do that really couldn't like he could sing, but he couldn't really sing. Sometimes he might be bass, sometimes he might hold all the flats, or you know what I'm saying, off tempo, whatever scales. And yeah, he would say, I just want to talk to you for a minute. Y'all don't remember that. Some of y'all too young for that. But anyway, what's up? Bruce, gas, boxing, jazz, and more. What's shit? Come on. Come on. You got boxing and jazz, you can punch. And you got that gas and all that other kind of shit. What's up, man? You better get on in here and enjoy yourself. What's up, Saul sister? LP. LP, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Um, yes. Boy, it's a bunch of y'all sliding on in here. Yeah. Tia said, be careful, Jay. The mics be transforming folks. It can do that. Yeah. Because that was a time when all you had to do was get real close to the mic. You know what I'm saying? Just talk a little bit. You don't really have to sing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm licking my lips. Hold on, y'all. You just kind of lick your lips. You know what I'm saying? And you're talking to the mic just right. You know what I'm saying? For shizzle. And then everything will be all right. You feel me? But times have changed, people have changed, life has changed. Cece said, "Don't make her have flashbacks." Some of y'all didn't know who Jodeci is, man. Oh my days! Oh my days! I never thought Hey, Miss Kathy B, how you doing? Did I speak to you earlier? I don't know. Just Dorsha, what's up, sis? How you doing? And we have one of them little fellas off in here. It's all right. We're gonna ignore them. We're gonna be all right with them and with everything. What's up, Just Dorsha? How you doing, sister? AKA Baby Yoda. What's up, sis? How you doing? How you doing? Yes. Let me get it clear. My yes is very different from at motivation from the weightlifting geek with his yes. His yes is yes. My yes is yes. Yeah. But shout out my little bro. What's up, man? Much love, much love. So family, if y'all done seen the what you call that thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's the thing when you get people to make them come over to the spot, right? Now I ain't gonna lie. I don't always put a whole bunch of just Dorset driving. Okay. Well, since just Dorset driving, before I get into this conversation real good, I'm gonna ask y'all to do me one solid. Two solids. And shout out to my sister. Most of the time when you come on, I'm watching you on replay. I'm talking about just Dorsha. Cause I try to catch you. I always try to catch you. But I catch you and I catch Sunday Backyard. It's always on replay most of the time because y'all be doing y'all thing during the daytime over there. And we up a lot, but we ain't always up. And we follow a lot of people, so we miss people. But shout out to my sister. If y'all don't know, hey, if Tech Team listening, could you put just Dorsha uh damn, what you call that thing? The hashtag BCIAC in the chat. Put the hashtag BCIAC in the chat. And since Dorsha driving, Tech Team, if you listening, and if you in the living room or maybe in the bedroom, or you might be somewhere in other parts of the house I don't even know about, put just Dorsha link in the chat so folk can go over there and connect with her. Cause we watch you cook, we watch you do what you do, we watch you do all kinds of cool Hold on a minute. We watched Just Doris to do all kinds of things, man, with her lovely self. And shout out to my man, Sunday Backyard Farmer. But before I get into tonight's conversation, I know the third person said something in the link with GT Jr. because I tagged him in it. My brother up there in Alaska. And he done talked about bears before. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, man. But y'all know bears will eat your legs. Both of them. They eat both of your legs like some hindquarters. You gotta watch them. You can't play around with no bear. But before I get into what I want to talk about tonight, man, we're gonna vibe out a little bit. We gonna set the mood, set the tone. Cause we're gonna talk about some things and some stuff. And we just gonna vibe. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there, right? I'm gonna stop right there and I'm gonna say something. So I was chopping it up with my partner earlier, one of my partners, and fellow content creator. And I'm over here thinking. I've been thinking. I've been thinking. Yeah, I've been thinking. And one of the worst people to lie to is yourself. And y'all wondering what this got to do with the bear on the thumbnail? What the hell this got to do with GT Jr.? We all know GT for a whole lot of what he do and how he do it and what he say and when he say it and the way he say it and all that stuff, right? We've seen him grow literally and figuratively. Like my bro out here, he growing things and stuff, and he growing victuals and vegetables and spinach in places that spinach ain't supposed to be grown, and he doing indoor grows and all of this stuff because he up there in Alaska. He in Alaska, right? And you know what else in Alaska? You got birds and I guess maybe some white pigeons and all this kind of stuff. Uh mooses, moose, mooses, Mises. I, I don't know. English language complicated. Mooses, and all kinds of other stuff. But you also got bears. Yeah. Yeah, you got bears up there. Bears will eat your legs. They sure will. They'll eat your leg, and you ain't finna outrun them. You ain't finna outrun them. You not finna climb up a tree. You ain't finna climb up a hill or a cliff or nothing like that and get away from no bear. And I was sitting over here and I was thinking, just how much life is like bears. Cause my homeboy, he also got another saying. One of his other sayings is trust the process. If I'm lying, y'all tell me. Tell me. Put it in the chat. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Put it in the chat. Tell me. Tell me if I'm lying. That ain't what JT Jr. say. Trust the process. And for a whole heap of us, life is just like that bear. We spend more time being afraid of it and coming up with alternatives and what we can do. And I say this as a member of the prepping community because I believe in it. I believe in the ideology that one is none and two is one. I believe in the ideology and the whole concept that it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. I believe in all of that. And I say that with a sincere heart. But at the same time, you know, too much of anything can mess around and be a bad thing if you let it. It's all up to you. It's how you dictate it, how you control it, how you deal with it, and how you manage it, right? Excuse me. Excuse me. Y'all gotta forgive me. I ain't got no home trainer. I'm an old country boy. So sometimes I sneeze a little bit, I cough a little bit, should hit the mic button, you know what I'm saying? Get on here, start laughing and mess around and fart. I don't know if y'all hear it or not. But things happen. This is life. This is life. This is, in fact, life. What's up, King Morgan? What's up, CC, Happy Mac, Rashonda, everybody? I hope I spoke to everybody. But my greater point is sometimes life, this here life that we live in, is just like that old bear. It's just like that old grizzly. Just like that old grizzly. It's always following us. It's always in pursuit because we are what it needs for its survival. We could live without that bear, but that bear need us. And that's just like life. I find myself wondering sometimes, what if I just trust the process? What if I just trust the process? Now, you know, cause I ain't done with her yet. I ain't done with her yet. Sometimes when they get over to Jill, when we say songs, when we think of songs or we say quotes like comes to the light, it's always under the precipice of a negative connotation. But what if coming to the light means something completely different than what this world mean for us and what we mean for it? What if coming to the light means coming into yourself in its entirety? What about that? What if coming to the light means coming to yourself in absolution and accepting and understanding who you are and what you are, the way you are in entirety? Somebody got dreams that they either sitting on the fence on or too afraid to explore. Somebody living a life where they've been confronted with the absolute end of what we call life and them been given a number but said, I'm gonna fight anyway. That's that bear. That's that bear, family. That's that bear that'll eat your legs. That's that bear. That's that life. That's that life. And I'm gonna ask y'all to share this out. I usually I reserve that, but I'm gonna do it in this case because hell, why not? I don't mind. If you want to share it out, go ahead. But it's a bear. It's a bear that we all confronted with, that we all face, that we all deal with. It comes in different shapes, forms, sizes, and strengths. You got brown bears. You got black bears. You got grizzlies. And then you got the biggest of them all, that doggone polar bear. That polar bear. That polar bear, a lot of people may not be fully aware of this, but the polar bear is actually the biggest of them all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The polar bear ain't always surrounded by readiness and availability. That polar bear don't miss typically when it strike at you. It's just like life. Everybody got their own life and everybody got their own bear. And when you dealing with this thing called life, sometimes you can look around and wonder, why don't you understand me? Why don't you understand why I'm doing or what I'm doing the way I'm doing it? Because you're dealing with your own kind of bear. Hold on a minute, y'all. Just hold on. This is Leon Phipps, and I'll be right back with more of the ladies' man. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. This is Leon Phipps, and this is the ladies' man.
Hey y'all.
Y'all see how sensual the vibe is? It's dark over here. Y'all see the lights low. Lights down low.
They said you got the mic. You acting different. That mic changed.
Yeah, it might change me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel real centrifugational ties. I do, but why can't I feel sensual? Hell, you feel sensual. You be walking around here with stuff on and feeling sensual. I can feel sensual too. Hell, I'm somebody. I got feeling. Anyway, I'm not Leon Phipps. I'm not clowning. I'm talking about bears and people legs getting ate. How can I be clowning? These are serious matters. Bears do eat people legs.
They do.
But we talking about the bears of life, baby.
I heard.
Okay. Well, that's neither there nor here. Anywho, the whole point is life be whooping our ass sometimes, family. Life be whooping up on us, man. Life be whooping up on us. It be giving us that business, that work, as the young folks say. Life be giving us that work. What you going?
I see it too, 10.
Well, hold on. What happened?
Acting real fun that mic. And that's the same mic, but you changed the position. He just turned to a different person.
Wow.
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 Oh,
okay. Okay. I see what you and 10 and everybody else got going on. First off, hold on. Let me. Y'all want me to be fun? I'm gonna be funny. Hold on. Let me take off the. If I could just get. If I could.
What you trying to do?
Huh?
What you trying to do?
Child, since y'all accusing me of being funny, I'm gonna let my hair down literally. If I could get this off of her, yeah.
Hey y'all, you got it.
I got it, honey.
You don't need my help. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, Shanna.
Where's Shanna at?
She popped in here.
Oh, hey.
Rooster. Hey,
What's
10. Hey, Pia. Hey, Rashonda. Fifi.
Tay Weezy?
Hey, Weezy. Everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
What's up? All
What's
right.
going on?
I'm going back to the bushes.
Hey, family. We trying to let y'all know. I'm trying to let y'all know. Real talk. Life gonna whoop up on you. I hope y'all like my mic because you know what I'm saying. I can be a little bit like motivation from the weightlifting geek. I can be a little bit like some other people. You know what I'm saying. They get their mic right there and they just kind of talk. I'm just kidding. I'm just tripping. I'm tripping, but now for real, I do feel a little bit sensual, like having, you know what I'm saying? Cause we usually don't run it like this. But putting the mic up, you know what I'm saying, that make me feel some kind of way. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. Let me get back to the point. The point is, oh my God, family. I don't know how to tell y'all other than how to tell y'all, other than to tell you. Real talk. One of my favorite people in the world said something that I hold dear to my heart. And this was dropped back when I was, oh my goodness, early 20s, late teens, early 20s. And I believe this. Everybody got a day to die, and they won't miss it. Better be ready for company when death come visit. Now we got on here and we put on brave faces and we did what we had to do and we held the folk down. What's up, Tamikia Davis? How you doing, sister? Get on in here and enjoy yourself. Like you, Tamikia, you down there in Louisiana, ain't you? You down there in Louisiana. Excuse me. Having a conversation with one of my partners on here, I was chopping it up with, brought back so many memories, and it was so nostalgic. It just, you know what I'm saying, it kind of did something, right? I said all that to say, oh yeah, of course, go ahead. Now folk come in and tell me I ain't got no sound. I done said all of this different stuff and things and did all of this. I ain't got no sound at all.
I told you about clicking buttons. Don't.
I didn't say nothing. You said you told me about.
I saw your face.
You told me. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So, damn, I can't even remember what all I said. My goodness. Um, Let me try to remember it all, and now I'm finna hit the camera. Okay, thank you. What's up, Odoms? Odoms Homestead, official J Mia. What's up, y'all? I just want to talk to y'all for a minute. I'm sorry. I never meant to treat you that way. I can't help it, man. The mic just, I don't know, man. They maybe just want to lean into it and talk real soft and real sensual towards y'all, all of y'all. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's too much Jodeci. Too much Jodeci. But anyway, we talking about bears and bears eating your legs and the legs of life and the bears of life. I ain't finna let y'all get me all discombobulated so I don't even understand fully and completely what's going on. So y'all get me all discombobulational attire. But uh J Mia. J Mia, I see you. I see you. My brother, broke. What's up, fam? What's going on? Broke farmer. I only say this for him. Everybody else is up in him over here at African Dreaming. When broke farmer slide in, broke farmer in the building. That's how my man said, broke farmer in the building. Get on in here and enjoy yourself, bruh. Shit, it's a pop-up. Ain't nobody tripping. We all enjoying ourselves, man. We talking about bears and legs and getting we talking about bears eating legs and the bears of life and how life will eat at you and eat you up if you let it. I ain't gonna let y'all get me off track. Hold on a minute. I'm on as my little bro motivation from the weightlifting geek will say, I'm gonna take it a step further. Now, I know initially it may seem like in real life. Tamika Wells said I used to jam that CD. Look here. So at first impression, at first glance, at first listen, it seems so internal and it seems like uh maybe an ex. It seems like, and by ex I mean an ex partner, ex lover, whatever. It could seem like an ex this or an ex that, but most of us observe that with the absence of self. What do you or what have you come to the light about within yourself, right? What have you come to the light about within your own hurt or within your own growth, within your own sense of being, within your own You. That's the real part. That's often the easiest overlooked part. What have you deprived yourself of to fall in accordance with, which I don't blame you at all, the necessities to meet the mandate that society requires, but living in absence of the truth that you deny yourself? And I'll elaborate. What dream do you have with this estimated 75, maybe 72 years? By estimation, I mean, we going off a medium here. We going off a medium. I'm not talking about, I literally have a grandmother that's finna be 102 years old. So I understand the eccentric aspects of it, and I understand the lower and then unanticipated aspects of it. Earlier deaths, yada, yada, yada. But an average is an average, and a mean is a mean. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? What unfulfilled passion and or goals do you have yet to explore that you really want to indulge in and dive into? I get so inspired when I look at, I'll give an example, the crafting community. The other night I was watching 10, not 10, I was watching, and she's one of them. She's definitely in the group of what I'm talking about. But I'm looking at Miss Janita and I'm looking at Crafty Leo on the live together, collaboration, just crafting away, expressing themselves, their art, their passion, their goals, their dreams, what they aspire to, what they see in the future. Something deep about watching crafters because you get to see them sometimes creating real time, and sometimes they have a vision that they create exclusionary to all of us, but then they'll show you the final product, that work of art. Passionately intrigued art, she do that too. I listen to 10, right? She puts thought and effort into what she says and how she says it when she has on guests, when she do her podcast, when she do her lives, when she do whatever it is she do. It's anticipatory. It's deliberate. It's with intention. How many of us are doing that? How many of us are doing that? It's easier not to, but just because you do it and everybody don't see it in a moment, don't mean it ain't worth doing. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong. If I'm missing something or I'm misguided, somebody tell me I'm wrong or tell me I'm misguided. My ears open. I'm willing to listen. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Y'all, the reason that Comes to the Light by Jill Scott and a picture of a bear and me saying bears will eat your legs. That's sort of a joke that ties into GT Jr. and alive that happened months and months and months ago that's been an ongoing joke. But in all actuality, what's up, Thumpaholic Fishing? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Get in here and enjoy yourself. The reason that that has validity is because life really is that bear. Life is that bear that stalks us, it follows us, it pursues us. And eventually it might catch up with us. You can't climb up a tree and escape it. You can't jump into a river and escape it. You can't climb up a hill and escape it. Because it's stronger and faster and more persistent and greater than all of those things and all of those attributes. It's done this more times than just you. The bear of life. Life is that bear. When it chases you and hunts you and you're its prey, life has done this many, many, many times before. So it's a skilled hunter. It's a skilled predator. And you are its prey. Make that bear wonder what you doing when you know you being hunted and when you know you're being pursued. Build you a campfire. You go catch you some prey and build you a fire and cook it and sing and sit in laughter and sit in joy and sit in mindfulness and peace and make that bear wonder, what is it about this prey? What's now I'm hunting it and I know that they know that I'm hunting them. But like my man GT Jr. say, you trust the process. We're all being pursued, my friends. We all being pursued. We all being hunted down and chased down by this grizzly, by this brown bear, by this black bear called life. Nah, in fairness, some of us can run faster than others. So we might feel like we ahead. And we feel like when we done left that other person behind us, so the bear got something to eat, the bear of life got something to eat. Well, guess what? That bear run faster than you. So it's gonna catch up. Anybody who out here thinking they outrunning life in and of itself, I don't know what to tell you. That's your business. You grown, hell, you can do shit, you do what you want to do. But it's all gonna come to the light. Everything. All of it. All of it. Matter of fact, I mean, it don't do everybody the same way it do everybody else. Whatever, whatever. I see. I don't. I you don't- you wife just sent me a message. I hear what she's saying. But anywho, what's up, Nikki? The everyday life of an OCD is chick. By the way, tonight is Wednesday, and Nikki. Well, let me say the everyday life of an OCD is chick. Uh, Hands in the dirt and Bougie Prepper finna be on later on tonight, and doing none other than, oh no, hold on. What's Baby, what's the day over here? Yeah, it's Wind Down Wednesday. I got distracted because I looked at my phone and my phone said Thursday, and I was like, I know it's Wednesday over there. Okay, so yes. It is Wind Down Wednesday. Uh, Hands in the Dirt, The Everyday Life of an OCD is chick, and Bougie Prepper going on doing their thing, and also tonight, Just Dorsha doing her thing tonight. So, and some other people. It's a lot of different, wherever you want to go tonight going on. It's a lot of people out there. It's a lot of content creators. And if you can't catch it live, it ain't nothing wrong with catching a replay. For shizzle. But back to this bow. Oh, Good Eats. What's up, Good Eats Homestead? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome on in here. Yes. Family, I don't know what's been going on with this YT machine here lately, because I've been sharing people out and people been sharing me out, and it's been looking kind of ugly lately. I don't just mean numbers. Numbers gonna come and numbers gonna go. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people. Ah, I'm talking about people sending massages later on after the fact, saying that um they not getting what they would normally get as far as messages go, as far as like shares and all of this stuff right here. So I completely get it. But I tell y'all what I am gonna do. What's up, Devil Row? Who else off in here? I'm missing people. I tell y'all what we are. Matter of fact, we gonna go on and do it right now because I just jumped on here. What's up? I didn't even see Indiana Jackson. I see Pia speaking to him. Pia speaking to him. I'm gonna go ahead and make my point, and we're gonna get off of here. And anybody who available, we're gonna go somewhere else. Now, the whole point of this live was to give a big shout out to my man GT Jr. Brother up there living in Alaska. It ain't easy. It comes with a lot. I always think about him when I think about animals over here, because it's so many animals and wildlife that's just like life, that can and will be the end of you and get the best of you, just like this life we live. With that being said, I really need y'all and want y'all to understand the importance of persistence. Keep going, keep pushing, and keep grinding, because life is like the animal that you can't outrun. Hold on, you know what? I said I was gonna do something real quick before I do that. Before I do that, hold on a minute. Hold on just a tick. Hold on just a tick. I said I was gonna do something. And I don't know if my man's still in here. But I'm okay. And then I come up here and I go over there. Hold on a minute. And I come over here. Okay. And then let me get out of that. And then, damn it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. I don't know if my man's still in here. Anybody else who want to come up and say something? But I just dropped the link, and I'm gonna say this, man. Life is like that bear that's bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you, probably done lived longer and got more experience and more attacks. And here you is trying to outrun it. And I understand why. Hell, I'd run bears. Depending on what you got to do, sometimes it's good to stand still and sometimes it's good to run. But my overall point, my overall objective is to try and express just how important it is to know the difference between the two, for one. And in addition to that, know and understand that eventually you gonna get caught. It ain't no tree you can climb. It ain't no hill you finna run up. It ain't a whole lot you can do, cause they'll eat your legs. They'll eat your legs. I know it sounds funny, right? But imagine being chased. Now, it could jump up on its hind legs and just cover you and, smother your whole body and work its way from the top down. But typically, in most situations, like most animals, it's going to grab you at your vulnerabilities. Way before most folks start talking about their back and their shoulders and their neck and they this and they that, them knees get to hurting. That's that bad life. And feet get to hurting. That's that bad life. You gonna give up? Or you gonna keep pushing? What you gonna do? What you gonna do and how you gonna do it? It's easy to, I ain't saying it's easy to quit, but y'all get what I'm saying, man. Like, so many of us put so much on ourselves when we already got this bear chased down, this thing called life, putting standards on us, putting what we should do and how we shouldn't do it, how we should look and how we shouldn't look, the ways in which we gonna uh uh do this and do that, man. And all the while, because you being pursued, so many of us spend time looking good, being hunted down, rather than just living. When we know we confronted with an inevitable truth, which one you gonna do? Who you gonna be? Who do you choose to be in this moment? This life is yours. This short time afforded you in this moment right now. Right here. It's all about you. It's all about you. What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? What are we doing with the I think my man off in here. Excuse me. I'm gonna drop this link one more time. Let me oh, I might be able to go over here and hold on a minute. Hold on now. I think I done picked up on a shortcut. Hold on. Uh-oh. And okay, I'm tech savvy. Don't y'all don't say nothing else to me now. Don't say nothing else. It's official. It's official, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, 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 yes. I am officially tech savvy. I ain't have to go redo that thing and put nothing else up or nothing like that. I have arrived because I just posted the link again by myself. And April ain't even in here. So there's that. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we can all learn, we can all grow, we can all prosper. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all don't even understand. So what if it got invite on there and then all you gotta do? Y'all don't understand, man. Like my computer, the one I got, I like the old computer. My wife got everything Apple, all Macs and this and that and all of this stuff. And Macintosh is very different from your regular PC. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. It is what it is. I put that link in the chat, man. David Comer. I was looking for Big Rooster. Oh, there. Oh, well, look at God. Man, what's popping, fam? What's good, bro?
So so technically you ain't tech savvy yet because you just dropped the Amazon link in there the second time.
Yeah, well, you know, and I that was April. That was April.
Hey, but you closed though. You closed. You did it the first time, so you tech savvy ish.
I'm sick. I'm tech savvy ish. Yes,
There you
yes,
go. There
yes.
you go. There
Exactly.
you go. There you go.
Hey,
But
I
yeah,
don't know
man.
how you like it, but I feel. Not only do I feel a little bit vulnerable, I feel real sexificational tied with my microphone. I don't know how y'all like it.
Hey, hey, look, you working it though, man. You see 10 and said it. 10 say, you see him on that mic? I don't know what it is about
Yeah,
these new
man.
mics.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. No, hey, what you saying though is real, man. How long are we gonna try to continue to outrun life? You know what I'm saying? Instead of living it for what it's worth,
Yeah.
you know?
Nah, that's real, bro. That's real. You know, me and you was chopping it up earlier,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were talking about some things and some stuff, man. And I would never not feel empowered by sharing whatever it is I have to say because I need not only older men in general, but I need men who look like me to let me know that everything that I'm going through, will encounter, and have been through is okay. And it's another side to it, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had a deep conversation earlier. You know what I'm saying? you know, we even though I did kind of disrespect you and April with the In and Out burger, but
Hey,
I was
well
right
worth it.
there, so you know.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But yeah, no, it's hey man, you spit knowledge and like everybody say, you like Rashonda said, really, you make a person get deep in their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And when you can embody that on someone else, You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not to say that you trying to tell them what to do with their lives and that, but you make them. Sometimes we all got to sit back and think. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta take those moments to just kind of sit back and say to yourself, man, what am like Miss T would say, what are we doing here? What am I doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
am I, do I have a purpose or just man,
Right.
it's life ain't it ain't difficult, but it ain't easy as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta learn that balance.
Yeah. I didn't. I hate I missed that because I didn't even see Miss Rashonda say that. But
Yeah.
I say this, bruh. We man, we done talk, bruh. You done been through a lot. I done been through a lot. Most of us, damn near everybody on listening to this live right now, done been through a lot. I say this. We spend so much time, and rightfully so, because that's the world we live in, trying to get it just right, that sometimes we forget to embrace the experience itself. Because at the end of the day, I'll say what pushes me towards this frame of thinking, what pushed me towards feeling like this and thinking like this. When I see men like you and J3GS get on here and talk about parts of your life that a lot of people don't talk about readily and openly. And I don't know if y'all know how much that's helping somebody like me or not, but I'm assuming you hoping that it does. Here's what happens. It's a reinforcement and a reminder to embrace the experience of life, because we walk around and sometimes we walk around and we sit around and sit and we contemplate and we anticipate and we bargain and we reason, knowing good and damn well all this shit gonna go away one day and it's gonna be somebody else's.
That's right. That's right.
When I when I hear you talk about your moms, bruh, when I remember my mama, when I hear you talk about life and some of your struggles, and I think about my life and some of my struggles, man, hell, I sit around and I'm not alone.
Right. 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 Right.
I thank you
Right.
for that, bruh. I
Yes,
thank you for
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we all got it. Nobody's exempt from any kind of struggles in life. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah,
it's just how you go about it. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with your struggles? You know what I'm saying? How do you face your struggles? How do you stand up to your own struggles? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you got to remember, you have to definitely start with yourself before you can start with anybody else's struggles. You know what I'm saying? You got to
for
face your
sure.
own struggles, and
Yeah,
it's you know like I tell people, life ain't easy, man. Nobody's perfect. I'm definitely not gonna be the first one in there to tell you that I'm perfect because I'd knock a
me
whole
neither.
listen, I knock a whole glass house down when I cast that first on it. it's going
For real.
it's
For
it ain't
real.
gonna be just one window pane broke out of it. It's going the whole house gonna fall. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just about you gotta stand up to whatever your struggle is. And I'm not saying struggle in a bad way, you know what I'm saying? But we all have
Right.
struggles, rather it be with, addicted to food or addicted to drugs or addicted to, any other thing. We all got struggles. It's and I tell people, you know, uh a dealer and a user ain't too far from one another because they're both
Man,
addicted
bro.
to something.
Bruh, I done had conversations with folks like that. I've literally said to people, who's in the wrong or which one is worse off, the seller
Exactly.
or the
Or the
buyer.
user. Yep.
And that's what I
Yep.
respect about you a lot, because we done had conversations, man. And when
Yep.
you grow up a certain way and you peep game a certain way, if you even remotely mindful, it makes you think about who's actually worse off, realizing that y'all both dependent on each other.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's why I'm talking about the bears and the bears of life eating your legs. Because what a lot of us don't think about, we see the ways to make it, but we seldomly, and that's something that you've actually done, is think about the ways of beyond making it that has to interfere or interject yourself or harm another person. And that's real. Hey man, shout out Rambo. What's up, Rambo Green
That's right,
Hands?
Rambo.
And
Rambo, that's exactly what I was getting at, sir.
what's up? And East Dad. What's up, East Dad? What's up, bro?
What's up,
What
East Dad?
Rambo say? Let me put it up. You talking about this one right here?
Yes, sir. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly it. So
yeah,
so you got it. So with that being said, you addicted to what he can get you, and he's addicted to what you can get him. So
exactly.
so
And you
like
can't
you
make it
like
without each
right.
other.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not much difference. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, yeah, you may be able to go home and sleep at night, but the next day you getting up to you looking for that money that the person that then probably stood up to chase all night to give to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's is
Mm-hmm.
it's man, life is, like you say, you can't outrun it, and life is that bear that you're talking about. You cannot outrun life.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You muted yourself. You muted again.
My bad. My
There you
bad.
go. Okay.
I had a homeboy I was real cool with, man. And this cat had an addicted mom. And at the time it wasn't as profound as it is now, but I wish I had better words at the time. I wish I had kinder words or words of support, or could have been a better me. That's why
You back muted.
I guess because I keep messing with this mic. I'm not on here to bullshit nobody or play no games. This is real life, man. I'm trying to give what I've been through in this world and in this life while it has substance, while it means something. Kind of like how me and Rooster be chopping it up about. And the truth of the matter is, it's folks out here who done had some hard lives, man.
Man,
Some real hard lives.
real hard lives.
Oh, what, man? Oh, it's just I'm messing with the mic. I spend this time trying to be a better me, trying to be the best me that I can be, and share some of my stories, some of my experiences, some of my what I done been through and what I continue to go through. For one, so ain't nobody else got to do it. For two, because it might keep somebody from going through what I had to go through. And I'm gonna say, bro, even though you ain't never met personally, we've only spoken via the internet. But man, a lot of what you say and do let me know I'm going in the right direction, dog.
Oh yeah,
And I mean that.
oh yeah, without a doubt, man.
I
Without a
mean that.
doubt, man. Hey, like I tell you, man. Everybody loves African Dreaming, and I'm not saying that to fill your head, to fill your wife's head. You guys are a positive staple in this community. You know what I'm saying? You
Thank
guys
you.
bring you may not look at it like this, but you guys bring a lot of people joy. You know what I'm saying? And it
Thank you, bro.
people are happy to sit down and listen to what you're saying to them, and you know it's just it's it's a thing of joy there. It's you can't find that out of many people. Jay Jordan, I see you. How you doing, sir? You better get ready for them house guests,
What's up,
sir.
DJ? What's
You better get
good,
ready
bro?
for them house guests.
Oh,
Get
for
dude.
real.
Look, hold on.
Hey, by the
Get dude off the couch. I call
hey,
his
happy
bear dude off
birthday,
the
bro.
couch.
Happy. Did you know
Oh
that,
yeah.
man? It's DJ birthday today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Jay, is it today or is it Friday?
It's today, man. He said earlier it was. I thought it was Friday or Saturday. He said it's today.
Well, happy birthday
Yeah.
to Jay Jordan. Man, when you go live, man, let me know so I can bust you upside the head with a couple of pennies, man. A couple of packs of
Hit
pennies.
it, hit him with them 99 cents
Right,
over
right,
and
right,
over and over.
right.
Yeah,
Give him a whole whopper with cheese of pennies.
for real.
Yeah, so but on the real though, Jay, I mean, like you said, you ain't up here to sugarcoat nothing. You ain't up here to, you know, BS nobody. You up here to, just share your experiences and
Yeah.
and share, because like, hey, listen, there's a train that runs through life, right?
Yep.
Every time that train passes, it doesn't have new boxcars on it. All those
Exactly.
boxcars, although they aren't new, they all carry a different story with them. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Whether it be an experience of someone, smashing their finger in that boxcar door, or, the person who loaded the boxcar with the forklift, or just somebody happy waiting on a product to come up off of that boxcar. Those boxcars
Yeah.
have stories, and all
Yeah.
those stories run east to west, north to south, and
Yep.
with life, it's you're just not going to be able to outrun, like you say, that bear. You may think you can, but as soon as you hit that tree and you look backwards or look down, that bear right on your, what.
Right on
So
your heel, bro.
the
Right on
bear
your
probably
heel.
saying, "Man, now I know he ain't gonna make me climb this tree, or she ain't gonna make me climb this tree."
I
But
know. I know.
yes,
You,
yes,
you, you know what, bro? Something that I've learned in life and something you reminded me of. So many of us think that we running from that bear by ourselves.
right, yeah, that's true.
And when you have a bro, especially from our environment, from the way we grew up, how we grew up, the circumstances we may have been confronted with, bro, I'm telling you to your face, I thank you. I thank J3 GTS Farm. Cause look here, man. Some younger cats need to hear and know what y'all share.
Yes, sir.
I mean that with all my heart, man, because as you know, just like I know, as you grow older and get older, your circles shrink.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, definitely,
world shrinks.
definitely,
Having
definitely.
somebody that understand that and can relay and relay what you've been through and what you still got yet to go through for some of us.
You know,
I, go ahead, bro.
I
Go ahead,
remember
man.
talking to. I had a string of funerals I had went to one time. I was at work. My boss looked at me, said, "Man, you've been going to a lot of funerals, man." And by the
Mm-hmm.
way, let me address Tay Weezy. Hey, Tay Weezy, happy belated birthday. I don't know if it's today or if it was a couple of days ago, but happy belated birthday, brother. But
Yeah,
my
happy
boss,
belated birthday, bro. We're gonna have to send you
yeah,
some Doritos or something, man.
bag of chips. But he said, "Man, you've been going to a lot of funerals lately." I said, "Man, I know, man. Just friends are dropping like flies." And he said, "Well, I tell you what I've experienced in life." He said, "The older you get, you'll get invited to more funerals than you will birthday parties. I
Mm,
said, "Man,
mm,
that is man,"
mm.
and that is so true, man. You know,
Come on, bruh.
and so
Come on, bruh.
we gotta we just gotta live it one day at a time, man. And like one old man told me, man, just keep getting up and putting your pants on. You know, I didn't
That's
understand him
it.
when he told me that, Jay. I laughed at him. I'm like, man, what you talking about? You old M ever and old.
Yeah,
And he said,
yeah,
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 okay,
yeah,
yeah, just keep getting up and putting your pants on. Life gon' life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah.
man.
It, it's gonna keep lifing, man. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
bruh, what man, what you just said is like that's why I love talking to you and having these kind of conversations, bruh. Because truth be told and real talk, you need to hear that sometimes from somebody who on the other side of it to let you know that's reality. Because reality keeps changing.
Yes, sir.
Reality keeps being a new reality. Reality keeps adjusting and twisting and binding itself up, and you find yourself in all these different ways and forms and all of this stuff, right? Having somebody who's on the other side of it and know it already tell you that what you experiencing is supposed to be, because we didn't put this out publicly, but we had a friend over here who passed away recently.
Sorry
We've
to hear that.
had thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. We've had family since we've been over here who has transcended and gone on to the next realm. And sometimes it seems like they come in clusters, right?
Yes, sir.
But when you can talk to another person who can relate and understand because they've been through it already, and allow you to accept the normality of the phase of life that you exist in, again, I say priceless, bro.
Man,
Priceless.
it
It's
is.
priceless.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, man, it's we gotta cherish the moments, you know what I'm saying? I used to hear that a lot, cherish your moments, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, we're gonna have plenty more moments. But the older you get, you realize yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jay,
Come on. Come on.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
just say it like this, man.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
When I was young, man, I you could have never walked up to me and told me, one day you gonna die.
Yeah.
You couldn't have told me that when I was young. I think about all the stuff I did, and now I look at all the freak accidents, how they happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some freak, some not so freakish. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
you watch a person fall down and just kind of hit the head on a curb, and next thing you know, they gone. Or
Mm-hmm.
you see, man, I remember we used to go. We got a hill here in the Bay Area in El Cerrito, city called El Cerrito, called Mosier Lane, and
Yeah.
man, we used to go ride our bikes up this hill. I mean, we'll walk them up the hill and then come down that hill. No brakes, no nothing. It's
Mm-hmm.
got traffic lights,
Mm-hmm.
stop signs, driveways, all of that. We ain't even thinking, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even thinking about all it takes is for somebody to pull out of their driveway, or a car, or the light to
Yeah.
change and the car pull out in front of us, or
You
heck,
ain't
just
think
even
about
even
none of that.
right, even get a flat on the way down the hill doing 30, 40 miles an
Exactly.
hour, 50 miles an hour on
Yep.
your bicycle. You know what I'm saying? You don't even think like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just now you look at those things and you say to yourself how fortunate you were to live through things like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yep.
because you got to cherish the moments. You know what I'm saying? And I understand when people say that now. I didn't when I was young. Uh, But hey, I need to take this phone call real fast. I'm gonna
Go
mute it.
ahead. Go ahead. I got it. I got it because you set me up for something else I want to talk about. Um, what's up, David Corey? What's up, Miss April Showers? Uh, LP said we called it getting death wobbles as a kid. Hey, lovely Samira, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome on in here. If y'all want to, YT tripping, man. Usually I don't ask for this on pop ups, but if you want to share it out, man, because it'll help. Because my goodness, because folks telling us that the whatchamacallits ain't, because I shared it out before, like right before I went live, because it was a pop up and ain't nobody getting it, and folks saying they seeing me on here, but they didn't get no notification. So if you want to share it, I'd appreciate it. Mr. Mickey Wells said, everyone have a wonderful day. Nap time before work. Okay, go on, Mr. Mickey. Go on, get you some sleep. Get you some shut eye. Some rest. Get you some rest. But back to with regards to what Big Rooster was saying, I'm gonna talk about the other part of that real quick. Now, even though y'all all know that I'm not great relationship with God, but I'm not particularly religious. But I do know this right here. I do believe in the whole entire concept of once a man and twice a child. And because we in 2023, I'm gonna be PC about it so the message is understood. I'm gonna say once a man or woman, twice a child. The reason I say that is because while we walk around this here earth at our peak and at our ascendance to peak and in our descension from our peaks, once a man or woman and twice a child. I've been a fairly healthy dude in my life. I done been hell. I done been fine. Wife, wife looking at me. She feel on me. She still feel on me. Y'all don't get it twisted. She still feel on me. But just walking around swole and just off, not full of myself, but feeling good about how I look and this and that. Baby, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This here flesh we walk around in, it's gonna go through some things and through some stuff. And it's gonna look different and feel different. It's gonna be more solid and less solid, and knees hurting and lower back hurting and neck pains and shoulders and all this and all that. But at the end of the day, once a man, twice a child. If I get it. Come on, y'all. I'm from the South, baby. I'm from the South. I'm from East Texas. Some of the folks with the most wisdom don't sit in the highest positions. Talk to some of these CNAs. I ain't talking about all of them. I'm talking about the good ones. Talk to some of the RNs. I ain't talking about all of them. I'm talking about some of the good ones. I'm not talking about all of these doctors. I'm talking about the good ones. The ones that still possess and maintain and understand compassion, right? They understand the feebleness and flimsiness of the body as you progress and transition with this meat machine that we call a body as you progress through this thing we call life. how it get feeble, how it get flimsy, no matter what you do. And I get it. You can extend that now. Again, we talking to a cat who got a grandma who finna be 102 years old. Is my grandma finna go out and run 6 miles with me? No. That don't mean she not healthy. Everything is a matter of perspective. And it has to be in correlation with a certain set of measures. I said all that to say, understanding that, them bears, will eat your legs. Them bears will eat your legs. They'll eat your legs. These bears of life, brown bears, grizzly bears, polar bears, black bears, you really, really, really can't outrun them. So enjoy yourself and know that you being followed and pursued by this thing called life, and keep living. And I would argue, I'm willing to argue that the fact that you know that you being pursued and you know that you being followed by this thing called life is even more of a reason for you to up your game, up your intensity, and live this thing called life in its full entirety. You know you're being hunted down by time. You know that you are being pursued by everything that life is. You got to look inside yourself and ask yourself, why am I not living my full dreams and aspirations? Why am I not in pursuance of everything that I've ever wondered, hoped, dreamed, and aspired to? And I'm going to take it a step further and go a little bit deeper. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Maybe, just maybe, some of us don't do that because if we open up that door and go into that side of ourselves, you want to know who you really are? You want to know who you really are? Feel like you ain't got nothing less to lose. Some of us ain't as good as we think we are. And some of us are better than we think we are when confronted with the right set of circumstances. What's up, Howard J? What's good, bruh? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. You better get in here and enjoy yourself and share this live out because YouTube ain't letting us share no more. I don't know why, but we can't share nothing no more. So here we are doing a pop-up, and this app been on the fritz for the last, hell, I don't know, however many days, however long it's been. It's been about 4 days now where we've been getting messages and people telling us that the live is going and it's still saying people waiting, and but the live is actually going, and it's been happening to other people. I've only seen it once, but apparently it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So share this out if you want to, if you feel like it. We'd appreciate it because that's the only way we getting out there. And this ain't no, I gotta quit classifying Fridays and Tuesdays as a important day. I see it like this, man. Anytime I get on here and I say something and I'm actually on this live, it's an important day. I'm on here, I'm live, I'm saying something, so it means something, and that's just what it is. But uh, back to life. I don't know what's going on, y'all, because literally both my I'm looking. What's up, DJ Ron the mechanic? I'm on both of my screens. I'm freezing up. Rooster, you here? What's up,
Yep,
bro?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay,
I was
you
gonna
feel?
say.
Go
I was
ahead,
gonna
bro.
say.
Go
Well,
ahead.
although every day is an important day, Tuesdays and Fridays is your set days, so they are a little more important because those are the days that everybody looks for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Tuesdays and
Understood.
Fridays.
Understood. Yeah. 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 I get that. I receive it, and that's what we all about, man. I wanna,
Yes, sir.
cause we can think we got it all figured out, but if we don't hear from the people that's actually watching, what do we know? You know what I'm saying? Just like Freestyle Fridays is Big Roost tonight. Everybody know Freestyle Friday, you finna go live. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of janky stuff going on, bruh. And if we don't hold it down for each other, I brother, you got time to talk with me about that real quick?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm gonna just get into it, and I'm glad I'm over here on my channel, so I won't put you in no strife, cause I care, but at the same time, I'm like, to hell with it. We finna talk about this, and we're gonna name this whole TikTok machine. Everybody done seen what's going on with TikTok. Everybody know about all the legislation that's being proposed towards it, and what might make it go away. It might stay this and that. With that being said, man, I personally, I've seen about four people that I follow over on TikTok. No, five people. Three of them over 1 million followers, and one of them with 900, almost 900,000, almost 1 million followers, saying, I'm finna bring everything I got to YouTube. I'm finna quit making content over here. Everything I got, I'm finna bring it to YouTube and maybe one other place. With that being said, I really think that's responsible for a whole lot of the glitches, a whole lot of what we seeing as far as the way YouTube is the way the algorithms behaving and all of that. But I think you most tech savvy than myself, man. What say you, sir?
So although I'm not a big TikToker, you know what I'm saying. I do go in and check out videos and stuff like that from time to time. But I'm really now I understand kind of what they're saying about the as to why they're doing it, but I mean, so okay, so listen to this. So they saying that their government is able to access our information, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this and that. But what about the companies here that accesses our information and doesn't, that has access to our information and they share it out freely as well. They sell it to other people, make money off our, you know what I'm saying? What difference is it
That yeah,
from there to here? You see what I'm saying?
that's the
Uh,
greater argument, bro.
right, right,
That's the that's
and
the bigger
and
argument.
and not only to that. Now, there's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars on that platform. Now you want to take it all away from them because or you trying to. So if you force them to sell the U.S. version of TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Then but you still got a corporation that can sell your information to others. You know what I'm saying? Rather it be the government or rather it be private businesses, rather it be uh, product specific companies. You see what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
it's I just want to. I mean, what's the right thing to do in this whole situation? And yes, with that type of growth that's gonna explode onto YouTube, is gonna bound to mess up a lot of different things, algorithms. Uh, it's going. The systems will Google systems be able to handle that? You know. I mean, they
Exactly.
manage it now,
Exactly.
but are you ready for that influx of people coming over from you know TikTok over to your platform?
They not all here yet, man. And I think that's why we seeing some of what we seeing, because the infrastructure is being set in place. But at the same time, it's deeper than that, because it calling it about TikTok, yeah, that's convenient. It
Right,
sound good, it feel good. That's just one thing. But it's really deeper than that, man. I
right,
mean,
right,
you in all actuality, in all legitimacy, you saying people don't have, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, you saying that people don't have a space to go to just say what they want to say no more.
right.
Man, that's kind of, it's some real sideways about that, dog.
Well, let's look at it even further. Like, so with the cameras that you put on your PlayStations or your Xboxes and all of that, those
Mm-hmm.
things are working.
Yeah.
They're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, uh, cameras on. You know, now I don't get in big into things, but they were saying
Right.
that the pixels on your phone, they have some pixels that can, like how a lot of people think to shut the camera off. But they were saying there's some
Yeah.
pixels on your phone that can actually record, you know, your movements and things like that through the pixels of your phone. Now I
Right.
don't know how true that
Right.
is, but I can't agree nor disagree with that because technology is so far advanced, way more advanced than we know. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
would be crazy for me to say that, oh, that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? That can't happen. But at the same time, you got to remember, you you didn't want to ban PlayStation for the camera working all the time. You didn't want to ban Xbox for their camera working all the time. You didn't want to ban uh, uh, Amazon the echo, the little echoes, listening in on conversations all the time. But now you
Yeah.
want to ban,
Yeah.
now you want to ban TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's real. It's real. It's
You
real,
know.
bro.
Now you
I
see all
mean,
these people making all this money too, Jay. I mean, people are eating off of TikTok.
hey man, that is one of the hardest parts about it for me personally, is knowing that it gives so much. I'll say this, in an environment. What's up, David Core? I see David Core already speaking to.
What's up, David Corey?
Okay, Tay Weezy, David Corey in here. Tay Weezy is DJ Run the Mechanic. I don't know if I spoke. Big Rooster, hell, I'm talking to you. Uh Howard J, what's up, bruh? And Six Bowls is back, what's up? I don't think I missed nobody else. Yeah, Tamika Wells and LP. I spoke to everybody. Y'all, I don't know what's going on, man. It's everything we talking about right now. So if you haven't shared this live out, please share it out. It's a pop up. It ain't no, it ain't no major. I'm just chopping it up with my partner. But when you think about all, now these are my estimations from my research, because we're gonna talk about this over on the podcast a little bit. But when you get 5 million businesses entangled, because that's a popular word, entangled with this platform that we talking about, and they have not only expanded their businesses, but they're growing. It gives such a hyper level of insecurity to all content creators and people who growing or trying to grow, that it's just like, well, what the hell? Well, what's the point? And I don't. Is it like intentional discouragement or something, saying that no matter what you do, all of this can be snatched away at a moment's note? Like, what
At
the
a
hell? What's going
moment's
on,
notice.
bro?
Yes, yes, you're right about that, man.
I'm asking you, please elaborate. Go
I'm
for it,
just
cause
saying. I'm just saying, man. You know, why would I'm going to just say, why would you want to take? Okay, so let's just say, so we're a tax driven country, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Everybody that's doing this YT slash whatever social media, Meta, whatever, they 1099 you.
yeah,
Okay,
1099 crew,
yeah.
no doubt.
So for those that want to keep their businesses legit, you know, they gonna make sure that they pay those taxes. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Why do you want to take tax revenue away from your country? You know what I'm saying? Because you have a personal vendetta against another administration or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what the full story is, but I know there's
Yeah.
been some tension and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, not only that, now you got families that are thriving off of this. Now you're
Mm-hmm.
forcing them to go elsewhere. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we all know that YT don't pay that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it pays more or less than TikTok. But at the same time, now a person has to reestablish themselves, and hopefully all of their 1K to 10 million followers follow them over to the other platform. You know what I'm saying? And now
Yeah.
this platform is actually gearing themselves towards the television era. So
Yep.
what things are not gonna, go here that went well there? You know what I'm saying?
It's like I take from what you said and how I feel about it, man. Look here, if you can monopolize and drive it, it's almost like herding everybody into one spot. And
Yeah.
if you herd everybody into one spot, you dictate where the cattle go and what the cattle
Yes,
can
sir.
do.
Yes, sir.
They can get branded over in this corner. They can get fed over in that corner. They can get whipped in that other corner, assuming we got four corners we dealing with, and they can get some water over in that other corner.
Right.
Now, that's what's so unfortunate about all of this, man, because it's almost like being herded. So if
Exactly.
everybody herded over here, in another 6 or 8 months, can you, the way that we, I mean, even he ain't here right now, but even the stuff we do on Taurus Brain, even the jokes we crack, the stuff we say, will it be so restricted to the point that we can't even clown with each other no more? We
Exactly.
can't play with each other. We can't do nothing. Man, I'm telling you, bro, it's deep, dog. It's deep.
Control tactics. Control tactics. You know. Uh.
Yeah.
You know. I. It's even with the pushback, change is gonna come. I don't know in what shape,
Mm-hmm.
form, or fashion, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying to myself, TikTok is working for millions and millions of people. Why would you take
It
that?
is.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you take that away?
Well,
It's bringing tax revenue to this nation. Why would you
yep.
take that away?
Yep. And I've oh man, it's a brother over there. I can't remember his name. It's Keith something. but he's a TikTok. And by the way, if anybody who don't follow us on TikTok, we over our 1K over there. In fact, we almost at 2K. And uh we follow a lot of people on that platform as well. But he got like over 1 million followers. In fact, I think he almost at like 20 million followers. He been on uh Good Morning America and all of this kind of stuff. And he's a food reviewer. And
Hmm.
it's like he let go of his job. He decided to do this full time. And I don't understand, like you said, taking away, man, these people livelihoods, bruh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These people livelihoods. Hey, bro, do you see anything? I was looking down. I ain't even see much. You see something in the chat you want
I
to
was just
respond to or some
no, no, no.
comments?
I was just saying to uh I was just kind of responding to what David Corey said. That's why he really looks at this as just what did he say? As a recording show to for his great grandchildren and beyond. The future generation Corys,
Mm-hmm.
the future generation of Corys.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that's okay because I mean you might as well because it's rough, bro. I'm looking at what Mary B said. Life would surely suck if that were to happen.
Hmm.
But the thing about it is, and I keep saying this, and I keep waiting for people to feel the depths of what I'm saying. So even though I wasn't active on the internet at all, I didn't even like the internet. I would go on YouTube and listen to music and how to's and all of that kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
But I do remember April turned me on to this thing called Vine.
Hmm. Hmm. I remember the Vine.
And you remember Vine.
I didn't pay
Vine was
attention to it, but I
so
remember.
popular.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Man, it had so many clicks, and it was about maybe a month or two. I had actually been looking at it because it was so much stuff that was just funny to me. It was just funny.
Mhm.
It was just, I mean, I watch them, and it was just these little short clips or whatever, and kind of like TikTok. Some of them would be longer, or whatever. But I woke up one day and it went away. It was just
Yeah.
gone,
Just gone.
just completely gone, dog. How do you? I'm almost at a point where I'm thinking like so many people have found a revenue of income or a revenue of communication or a revenue of whatever it is to the point where they said, okay, well, we just gonna get rid of it.
Yeah. Just like
Y'all,
that.
it's just like that. Just like that. It is really important that we make connections with the people that we value. Now, if you got 1,600 followers or 8,000 followers or 100,000 followers or two, you can't keep up with everybody. But the people that you value and you really want to keep up with, um, I would suggest, regardless of whatever platform you delve in now, it looks secure. Uh, find another way to keep in touch with people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
If
sir.
I want to get in touch with Big Rooster, we need to have another way to keep in touch with each other.
Yes,
If I want to
sir.
get in touch with Mary B, we better have each other's phone number. Like if I want to get in touch with this person or that person, David Corey, we might need to holler at each other, bruh. Cause counting
Yes,
on
sir.
when we do come home, when we do come to Texas, counting on this platform right here to let you know that might not be what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without a doubt, man. That's real talk.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you see, Rooster? I ain't gonna hold you long,
No,
man. I ain't gonna
I
hold
just
you all
no,
night.
no. What you saying is facts, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you say. You know how do you react to you wake up, you use something today, and then you wake up tomorrow and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? How do you react to that? That's
Exactly. Hey, hold it
you know.
down for me for a sec,
Yes,
bro.
sir. I got you. I got you. So yep, 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 yep. Lovely Samira, you right about that. And that's just there you go, lovely Samira. You couldn't have said it no better than that. You know, I'm here for friends, not the fame. That's what I'm talking about. And that's honesty. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have trust in one. We gotta have trust in one another as people, as as human beings. You know, to call one another friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I consider everybody a friend until they prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple people that has proven me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we got to understand that people are going to people. You know what I'm saying? So just like I didn't know much about Periscope. I remember it. But yeah, one day Periscope was gone. I know a lot of people watch that the other site called Bigo or Bingo or whatever they call it. That's popping right now. But can you imagine
Yeah.
like so I watch people on there, and it's interesting. So they'll do a like a 50-50 raffle, right? Distraught YouTuber
Hmm.
who was a millionaire. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Mary B. Wow. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
What happened? I missed it. What?
She
Let me
said
look in the chat.
my friend and her daughter was murdered by a distraught YouTuber who was a millionaire. His channel was shadow banned. Wow.
Oh
Yeah, that's
wow.
that's crazy. That is crazy. But
Oh,
I
sorry to hear
watch
that.
yeah, I watch these dudes and these people on oh, he got on the freeway going in the wrong direction. Oh my goodness. That's I'm sad to hear
My
that.
goodness.
Yeah, that's a horrible death there. That's not, but
Mm.
you watch these like they got cats, Jay, that go on like daily and do 50-50 raffles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? I've watched these people sometimes collect upwards of $1,500 in a night. You know what I'm saying? And they splitting that 50-50
Yeah,
down. Can you imagine making $750 a day on a 50-50 raffle? You know what I'm saying? And then
bruh.
then it's gone the next day.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
imagine that?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
I c- yeah, I couldn't even
It's
imagine
real
that.
like that, bruh.
I couldn't even imagine that, man. I mean, these people eating off of this stuff no matter, rather it be from oh man, David, I'm glad you okay, man. Glad you okay. But yeah, man, can you imagine just losing that overnight? You know what I'm saying, Jay? It's like, you get
Yeah.
used to a lifestyle, and then all of a sudden they take it away from you for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
That's
makes
getting
up
ready to
a
be the. Yeah, yeah,
somebody makes up this story about, oh yeah, somebody's watching you. Well, we all know it's so. I mean, if anybody in social media today thinks that all their information is private, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not.
for real, bruh. For real,
Yeah, yeah,
for real.
yeah. Only thing
As
only thing I could
go
say
ahead,
that used to
go
be
ahead.
private is when we had to pull out our social security cards and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And even then, once we pulled them out, it wasn't private no more. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. That's real,
It's
fam.
so yeah.
That's real. And um, sometimes I'll be looking at because I'm a retro guy because much of what come out in these days don't really impress me or pull me in or make me feel no type of way.
Look
So
at
I
David
watch.
Corey. I'm sorry, Jay. Look at David
But
Corey.
no, what'd he say? What'd he say?
We was all talking about. We glad you still here. He say, "Big Rooster, it wasn't my time. I have more influencing to do." David Corey. Hey man, I'm glad you could look at it like that and laugh though, David Corey. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hear you on
What
that, man.
happened to when you said
He
something at
said,
first? I
"Oh,
had just walked
he
back in
said he
here.
was hit by a head-on driver before, as well."
Oh wow.
Yeah, so but he say it wasn't his time. He got to do some more influencing around it for
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, LP, you right though, LP. I hear you. Yeah, you right. You could wake up tomorrow and anything could change. You're right, LP. Nothing's promised. Nothing's promised to us. You know, so I totally
Hey.
agree with you 100%.
No, go ahead, Rooster. Go ahead,
No,
bro.
no, I was just saying, just in general, you can go ahead and continue. I was just letting David Corey threw me off with that comment. So
Yeah, hey man. We wake up literally, literally every day. Um, not only blessed, but I think this reality finna come to people real soon because uh just like you just said when you talking to David Core, bro, we come up in here and we wake up, we drink our coffee, we do this, we plan our day. I got a friend who did the same things. He just passed away. Uh I was talking about retro movies, and retro movies made me think about just how I'm encapsulated with nostalgia and remembering what was and the way it used to be and all of this and all of that. But in all actuality, dog, folks done forgot how flimsy life is, Rooster.
oh my goodness, yes sir, yes sir.
Folks done forgot how unforgiving life is. And when I did that live Tuesday, and I was talking about the state of, I was talking about the BRICS nations, and I was talking about the US dollar and all of this. I don't think people really got it wrapped around their head just how real all that is and how real it's gonna be. Just like we all confronted with the fact of maybe waking up or not waking up one day with all the money we had in the bank. I don't care if it was $1,300 or $13 or 13,000 or 31,000 or 130,000. Being on the other side of the world, bro, I try to really explain to people and get people to understand, man. The oil standard and what was ain't what it is no more, bro.
That's right.
Hey,
That's
Grammys
right.
Journal. Hey, Rooster, if anybody else coming in and I miss them, bro, hey, shout
Yeah.
out, holler at them for me.
Yes
My
sir.
bad,
Yes sir.
my bad.
Uh,
The world changing, dog. The world changing, fam.
yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. Without a
Go
doubt,
ahead. Was
man.
you finna say something?
No, I was just gonna just say we just gotta accept, Jay, we gotta accept change, you know what I'm saying? Because whether we want it or not, it's coming. It's coming,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It, I mean, ain't nothing we can say or do. You look at the decisions being made by few for so many in this here life
Yep.
form, you know what I'm saying? Uh that lets you know right there that, you know,
Yeah.
people want to shape this world into what they want it to be, and they use laws
Ah,
that we can't, really fight against. We have no leg in the fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a leg in the fight when it comes to that change being made. We can stand up, bicker, we can protest, we can do that. But if you look at it, at the end of the day, change is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Whether we
it's
want it or
gonna
not.
come, and it's gonna come for better or worse. And
Yes,
the
sir.
reason I got what David Corey said up there is because The only thing that the only real thing is that we're here.
Yep.
Bruh, I jump back and forth between the philosophical and the spiritual all the time and everything in between. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is just my opinion. Uh Bruh, we living in some mighty interesting times, man. And the only thing that's really real is being in the moment in which you exist, because everything behind you, it made you who you are, but it's also a past that can't be fixed, adjusted, correlated, or none of that. And the future can't be fixed, adjusted, or correlated. All we can do is throw in the anticipation of what we hope the future to be. So we constantly suspended in the now, in this moment. That's all we got, bro. That's all
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah, that's what
Hoping
they
for better. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's what they say. They say yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. You know.
Come on, bro. Come on. These is
Yes, sir.
facts. These is facts, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I,
You giving it to him, man. Hey, you dropping nuggets. Dropping
shit,
nuggets.
you dropping nuggets. You dropping nuggets. I'm just up here with you. Bruh. I'm telling you, man, this life here is hard and it's uncertain and it's unpredictable and a whole lot of other things. All we can do is the best we can do with it. But uh I don't know. I'm grateful that for whatever reason and in this timeline, in this realm of life, or whatever the hell folk call it, that I found me a big rooster and a whole bunch of other
Hey,
good
hey,
people
hey.
because
Hey, let me tell you how fortunate we are though, African dreaming, as people right now. You know what I'm saying? And we may not look at it like this, but we've had
mhm.
most of us here have lived in two different centuries.
Come
How
on,
many how
come
many
on.
people can say that? You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
You know,
bro.
it-
Facts.
we've seen and most of us we've seen the world before cell phones and computers and you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We know about dial up rotary phones and you know what I'm saying? You know, with the little clef right up under the zero that you know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
uh
Yes, sir.
yeah, and yeah, you know, it's just it's amazing to
It
have
is.
lived
It-
in 2 centuries, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. And I think that's what make life so hard sometimes, man, because we live in we've lived in various periods. And I
Yes.
can remember I remember when I was a little boy, me and my mom had our first house, and I was old enough to remember. I was a little bitty boy, man. Bruh, the phone was on the wall. It had a cord that could damn near reach all over the whole house.
Right.
Just one cord.
Come
It could
on,
reach
man.
all over the whole.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit you with the story. Come on, man. Talk to me. Tell me something.
Hey, bro, and on top of that, it had a rotary on it. It
Yes,
didn't even
sir.
have a push button. It had a rotary on it,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shh. Bro, people will never know what that was like. That they'll never know what that was like, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
how to I don't know how to tell them nothing else. But uh,
What'd you say, Jay? That cord could reach almost every room in the house.
bro, it had a. They just show how little I have. It had like a 50-foot cord on it. It could
Right,
go everywhere.
right, right, Jay.
It
Right.
could go everywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir. You know. it's amazing because nowadays a lot of kids don't even know what an antenna is. You know what I'm saying? You remember the first
Yes,
wireless phones came out, they had that little chrome
I
antenna you had to
remember.
pull up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
nowadays kids won't even know what an antenna is unless hey, listen, look at Mary B really showing her age. 8 tracks and cassettes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Everybody.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
right about
Yes,
that one.
ma'am.
You know.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. That's one of the reasons why I'm okay. So check this out. And this gonna ruffle some feathers. This gonna ruffle some feathers and put folks in their feelings. But I'm gonna say it anyway because shit, it is what it is. When it comes to certain aspects of history and perspectives of history and this and that and all the different facets that come along with it. And I'm a student of history. I've studied history before it was like popular. I'm talking about pre-internet because you know what I'm saying. I don't talk to you, Rooster. You know what I'm saying. Imagine being a young guy who had to grow up the way you grew up, but you don't really want to be that cat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, sir.
you really want to learn about sociology. You really want to learn about American history and European history and all world history and all the that was considered dorky and dumb and all of this stuff, corny, whatever. So the more I learn about all of that, and as technology set itself in place, I found myself wondering, I don't know what's true
Right.
because of what Mary B just said, and I've seen it for myself. I've literally talked to these people for myself. Now, Big Rooster, you was alive before me, and you was alive back when uh uh damn, you know what I'm saying, Belle Biv DeVoe came into existence from New
Right.
Edition, and you was alive when New Edition came into
Yes,
existence, and
sir.
you remember Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and you
Yes,
remember
sir.
the Temptations and
Yes,
the
sir.
Shy Lights and all of this. So I said that to say, walk up to an 18-year-old right now and ask them anything about anybody I just mentioned.
Look at David Corey.
What do he
I
say?
wasn't
What
around
do
with I wasn't around with dinosaurs, David Corey.
he say?
He say I was around when dinosaurs was walking.
He ain't that old.
I ain't that old. Yeah.
But I said that to say that history is being rewritten the whole time that history is being made.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Man, if we don't tell these kids and tell these folks what we remember and what we lived through, and they retain, there's a reason that history is not only written but is passed down auditorily. But it's been made to see that it's almost like a lie. Like, yeah, a lie. Everybody who say something, it's almost like rumors. Everybody who say something add on a little bit to it and this and that. But something I've learned being in Africa, the time that I've lived over here, when people take oral history seriously, they remember it exactly as it was presented to them. They remember it real specifically because it's an honor. It's a privilege to translate what Big Rooster, you got kids and you got grandkids.
Yes, sir.
Could you imagine a circumstance or a situation where you relayed history down, and not only was it a privilege to tell what you told, but you had to relay it and remember it and relay it specifically so much to the point that it was damn near a holiday where y'all would all sit around and would measure because everybody knew the story, but it was your turn to tell it
to tell
because
it.
of your age, because of where you were in life or whatever. That's the only reason that we know some of the stuff we know about history right now exists is because of oral history, because the Library of Alexandria got burnt down.
Hmm.
Folks done wiped out buildings and monuments and coliseums and burnt
Hmm.
books and all of that kind of stuff. And here we is living through it again right now. But go ahead, bro. You finna say something.
You know what's interesting is I was talking to a coworker of mine's, and he said something to me very interesting. He said, "We're getting our kitchen remodel."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "We've got all these things that we're going to put in a time capsule and stick it in a
Yeah.
wall. So when somebody come along and redo
Yep.
this kitchen the next time, they will find this."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like articles in the paper, or some piece of, something that wasn't really worth a lot of value, but it'll make them wonder what it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it's, yeah, it's, hey man, it's just, you never think of stuff like that. But like you said, history is told by so many. And like you said that day, that the biggest library is in the graveyard. You do that now.
That's it,
See,
bro.
he do that now. That's what's up, David Corey.
What did he say? What
Yeah, he do that, the time capsule thing now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting, man. I never looked at it and like that, but that's actually a good way to look at life, because you never know when your home or whatever will be torn down and rebuilt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they got a lot of these homes nowadays hold a lot of history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I
But
feel you on that, wanting to be the kid to learn history and geography. Hey man, listen, I was great in geography. You know, it's some subjects that catch you, and then there's some that you just, what I'm saying. But geography was a great subject with me. I didn't like
yeah.
sociology, but I didn't know that gave me my American government credits that I didn't know that I needed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
Yeah.
that, and you know what I'm saying, because the teacher
Right.
never told
Right.
me.
Right.
But when I got, where I needed to be, they was like, "Oh, you already have American government credits." You know?
Yeah. I man. That's something that gives me and I'm glad you say that, and I'm glad you're genuine about why you felt about it, because you still made the cut. But for so many others that I've seen in the past decade, bruh, it's not even, how can I say this? How can I wow. The civics ain't on the cards no more, bruh.
Right.
Like knowing anything about civics or anything related to policy, anything, and that's all deliberate. I mean, it worked. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it is for a reason. But at the same time, um, not saying you have to know this, because at this point, I really don't think it matter. But how many people actually are engaged in civics?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I
yeah,
agree with you.
yeah, and that ties into world politics, because like we talked about a little bit about the dollar earlier, and this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that and a little bit of this, but things is changing. And
Yep.
one of the scariest things for me personally is the fact that most citizens, US citizens, finna have a rude awakening. Okay, Big Root, you on the West Coast. I'm sure I done lived out there where you at right now. I lived in Northern California. I've lived upstate Washington, so there's a very prominent Asian population.
Yes,
It's
sir.
multicultural and diverse all along the coast, I mean, from Pacific Islanders, all of
Mhm.
that, right?
Mhm.
Some of the Pacific Islanders and Asians can tell you more about US history and American history than somebody that just grew up in the hood.
Right. Right. Right.
That's what's scary to me
Right. Right.
because these people rarely completely relinquish their culture. They may conform and they become a part of society, but at the same time, they never forget who they are and they have a remembrance of their cultural heritage and what have you.
Right.
Bruh, with what's going on in the world right now and everything that's going on with the value of the US dollar and all the other atrocities that's hitting the globe, man, I don't know how to do it, Rooster. Maybe you can help me with this. I wish I knew how to tell more people how to pay more attention to what's going on in the world outside of their hoods, their cities, they block, they town, they state, whatever. Fam, it's real out here, and it's finna get real ugly, in my
It's
opinion.
definitely real. So, it's funny that you say that. I was listening to while I was driving this morning. I was listening to the radio. Our local radio,
Hmm.
and they
Hmm.
just announced that Panera Bread is actually starting to do what Amazon is doing, using palm prints to pay money for. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
can we talk? Go for it. Go
And I
for it.
was like, wow. You know,
Talk about that. Talk
you
about
look
that.
at it. We look at Amazon as, yeah, Amazon is cool, but if y'all don't pay attention, Amazon is really changing society one
Right.
minute at a time. Not one
Come
day,
on,
not
talk
1
to him.
hour, not one 24-hour period. 1 minute at a time. Amazon is changing the way we live in this world, you know. So I was like, wow. They were like, yeah, one palm print. You paying with your palm print now, you know. It's so you gotta pay attention, folks. You gotta pay attention, you know.
Man, come on, Rue. Bruh. I actually so it's funny you say that because I actually was looking at some content earlier and then I didn't want to take it for what it was because it was like you gotta be shitting me. So I started doing research and looking up some articles.
Mhm.
Not only is the whole palm thing real, it's a guy, his whole YouTube, not YouTube, his whole TikTok and YouTube is all about him walking up to digital scanners
Mhm.
and it's embedded. It's a RFID.
Mm.
It's a RFID.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's in his hand. So he just walk up and he, you know what I'm saying, he scanning stuff and people, all the cashiers and everybody be like tripping. And that's kind of like what you're talking about with this whole palm thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Fam, fam. Man, how
Well, you
no
gotta
more
remember
fishing for your fish, bro.
you gotta remember they used to they was trying to push that RFID really, really tough back in the day, but they had a big pushback on it.
I
But see,
remember. I
but you gotta
remember.
remember though, we live in a society that's driven by making things like that think it's oh, this is just a better way to live. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yep.
Eh, yeah, you got to watch that. When people when
Man.
people tell you, "Oh, this is the better way to live," and that's not to say that I'm not a victim of it's like AJ. Imma tell
Yeah.
you right now, I'm one of them dudes, Imma be so messed up if 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 the electric grid go down, because I don't ever carry cash. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Ever. I mean, literally never. Hey, Jay, when I find cash in my pocket, I'll be surprised, like, "What is this?" You know? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't seen something and that's bad because, you know,
Hey man,
you should always
location,
keep
location, location.
yeah, you should always keep
You in
cash
Cali,
on you.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. But you should always keep some cash either on you or at home or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, dog.
Right.
We at we at a point where I think it only matters so much, honestly. That's just my opinion because um oh wow. I'm just gonna say that for another video.
Yeah,
But bruh, I'm telling you, it's we at where we at.
yeah,
We at where
yeah.
we at.
Yes, sir.
And it'll be harder for us because like what you just said a while ago, we the generations that remember the before time and the long, long ago with the house phones and the landlines connected to the wall while we talking to our cousin, watching TGIF Friday with Balky and cousin Larry. And now, fam, it's game over. It's a whole new ball game, man. It's a whole
Right,
new ball game.
right, right,
And
right.
I can't I can't blame you for not carrying cash because in all actuality, dude, less than 15% of the population of the US carries cash on a regular basis.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we've gotten so used to pull out, swipe, and put it back in your pocket and keep it pushing, or
Mm-hmm.
tap to pay, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That it's just yeah, yeah, yeah,
Especially in Cali.
yeah,
Especially in
yeah,
Cali.
yeah,
And
yeah, sir.
I don't know if people know this or not or believe that or not, but honestly, bro, real talk, even when I was out there in the 90s, um, I mean, well, it's East Texas, so people gonna have jokes, but even compared to Dallas, dog, Cali was so much more technologically, way before it was considered the Silicon Valley, was so much more advanced than uh than Dallas. It just
Yeah,
was.
yeah, but not no more though, not no more though, Jay. You see all the tech companies is moving to Dallas and Austin and, all that up and in
How,
between there.
how crazy is that,
That is
dog?
hey, listen, they figuring, uh, they figuring that Texas population will pass Cali in the 2040s because
Mm-hmm.
Texas gives those big, 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 big tax credits to big,
Yep.
big, big, big corporations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Elon Musk is actually building a whole excuse my French, a whole effing town out there
Now go ahead.
called
We finna talk real on this one, man. We finna talk
called
real on this.
the Boring Town. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like man, it's so here's so for those here's so I want to say
Don't
this.
say it.
I
Don't
want
even
to say
talk
this.
about it, bro.
I just want to say this, Jay.
Talk about it.
Rich rich doesn't necessarily mean you're smart.
Right.
Rich
Right.
means you know how to make money. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be super smart to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
knew a lot
Right.
of dummies back in the in the day that made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But here's what I want. So here's a funny thing about uh Mr. Musk. Uh, a lot of people don't realize, but do you know Elon Musk made a lot of his money from the state of California, not from people
Yep.
buying Teslas, not from people, taking flights on SpaceX and all of that. The state of California
Mm-hmm.
was paying Elon Musk all of these what do they call them? I forgot the
I
name
know
of it.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, you
Not
know,
like it's like a tax credit.
right? Exactly, exactly. They were, they were paying them to create all of this, all this eco-friendly environment cars. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So, and how quick does he forget about that? You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
Elon basically got rich. I mean, mega super rich, really off of the state of California. You know what I'm saying? Subsidies. There you go, Thumpaholic. That's what I was looking for. I don't know
Yeah,
why it escaped my mind just that fast. But yeah,
yeah.
hey, loving me some Tracy Anderson. Yeah, they were paying him all kind of
Hey, Miss
subsidies
Tracy, what's up?
for, you know, for making these eco-friendly environment cars, you know what I'm saying? And and that's not to say he didn't make money from selling the cars and things like that, but he got super rich off of doing that. You see what I'm saying?
I know
And
exactly what you're saying, bro.
and so people think that this guy is like a genius when really y'all got to remember electric car technology is super old. Super old. It's not that ain't new. That's not new
Right,
technology,
right,
you know.
right, right.
It's just now that it's got so many advanced features with the computer technology that everybody think is new technology, but electric car technology is old technology. You know what I'm saying? Just
Man, I'm
revamped with a twist.
bruh, I'm gonna take it a step further and say if y'all check this out for everybody that's listening, everybody in the chat, everybody in the bushes. Let's say Big Rooster, my daddy. If Big Rooster, my daddy, and he decides to give me $100 million or $50 million startup to get my thoughts and my ideas off the ground,
That's right.
how genius am I? And I ain't shitting on nobody. I'm just
Right.
saying this real talk. This a real conversation.
Come on, Jay. That's man. Listen,
You
that's real talk. Like blackboards and white chalk, it just go together. You
it
telling the
just
facts, man. I'm telling you, man. Seriously,
it's
seriously,
real, bro.
seriously.
Some of the folk who get called geniuses and revolutionary people of our time and all of that shit. Hell, if I had a motherfucker give me 100 million or 50 million or 20 million off the rip, so I could just go put my thoughts in shit, I'd be
Exactly.
rich too.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like you said, that ain't new technology, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
I
So,
I, I can't keep up with it, man. There's so much bullshit out here. I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you this too on this live right here. Hell, it ain't but what 13, 15 people in here. I don't give a shit, man. We talk real. You gonna say whatever you want to say. We gonna chop it up for a couple more minutes and just get after it. Cause hell, it is what it is,
It
dog.
is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's I just want to, I want to say that, don't, a lot of people see these super rich guys nowadays and they think that they're
Yeah,
super duper smart. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
exactly. What's up, Grace
mm-mm.
Guys? Go ahead, Rooster.
Right, right. I'm just saying, you can't not necessarily, you know, think that because a guy has a lot of money that he's the smartest man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? He just know how to make money. You know that. Hey, man, it's just things in life that people can do that they do well. You know what I'm saying? And his thing is he knows how to make money and he does it well. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to work. He worked the California system. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and then
Yeah,
Texas is helping, giving those big tax incentives to move down there. He's gonna work that system as well. You know what I'm saying? The man knows how to make money. And I can't take
exactly,
nothing away from him. I can't take nothing away from him. You know how to make money. You know how to make money.
bro.
But that don't
He know
necessarily
how to
mean
make
you
money.
super duper smart.
Exactly, exactly. I don't did. That's like saying just because you're real pretty, you smart. That shit.
Well, I done seen a
That
lot of pretty dummies.
That's not how that shit work, bro.
There
And
you go. There you go.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is just my opinion. These just my opinions now. So I done seen a lot of research coming out, or a lot of evidence, whatever. A lot of people talking about this because along with these ready-made jobs and these jobs expansions and all of this stuff, check something that's being offered. Housing, bruh. Housing. Housing is being offered. Child care is being offered.
Hmm.
Along with insurance and everything and all of the different shit. What happens to people who house attached to the job, child care attached to the job, sometimes transportation attached to the job, your cell phone attached to the job, all this shit. What happened when you lose that motherfucker?
Exactly.
What happened then? What happened
Because
then, fam?
yeah, because you've become independent at
Exactly.
well, and I shouldn't. I'm not. I'm sorry. Dependent on what the job
Dependent.
has to
Dependent.
offer. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you on that. But what happens when you need to become independent? You don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to function. You don't know how to you know
Man.
kind of gravel. Man. You look at like we said before, man. Like I'm not gonna lie. The cell phone has dumbed a lot of us down. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't
Oh
have to
yeah.
think. We don't have to think no more. We got all our answers right here. You know what I'm saying? All
Mm-hmm.
our answers right
Mm-hmm.
here in our pocket. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good thing and a bad thing, because I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
something. True story. True story. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I had like six numbers, phone numbers locked in my memory. I knew our home number. I knew my big mama home number. I knew two of my aunties' home number and two of my uncle's home number. I could just dial it. I don't. You put me up to a keypad and a phone, and I'm finna
Mhm.
dial into these numbers.
Mhm.
As it stands right now, I can remember about three. Mine, my wife, and one other one. From
Right.
memory,
Right.
that's it, bro. That's it.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
it. So you're not lying. You're not
Right.
lying.
Right. Right. Man. I remember my very first phone number when I when I got my very first apartment, and that's the only phone number I can remember as of this day, other than my grandmother's phone number, which has been the same number since before I was born, and it's still the
Exactly.
same number to this day. But because my aunt
Exactly.
lives in the house, and then my
Yeah.
aunt's phone number, uh,
Yeah.
that she's been living in the same place since before I was born. I remember her number.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. It's crazy seeing them days go away too.
yes sir,
Because
yes
I
sir,
remember back in the days when folks had pawpaws and big mamas who had the same phone number for 20 some, 30 some, 40 some years. And now that's going away too. It's been gone actually. But
right, 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 right. Yeah, lovely Samira. I don't see why people change their numbers so much too. I've been having this same phone number now for, oh man, I can't even remember. I tell people, man, I ain't got time to be switching numbers like I switch underwear. You know what I'm saying?
I
You know,
know, man.
people can't
I
keep up
know.
with you. People can't keep up with you. I mean, if something important happened, nobody know your number. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's something else that like tripped me out and kind of freaked me out a little bit, man, about, and I mean modern society, I don't really trip on it because it is what it is. But at the same time, I look at certain parts of it and it's like, bro, like when we were coming up, I had until I moved out of country or out of state, I had the same phone number 5, 6 years, and then my brother who was still in doubt, still in the same hometown, in the same area, he had that same phone number for, jeez, man, from the time he was 17 to he was 40.
Mm, yeah,
Same phone number.
yeah.
I don't get it. Like, you didn't have all these proxies back then. You didn't have all the, it wasn't no text this and text that and go between this and go between that. But bruh, I
Right,
just,
right.
I get you. I get you, man. I don't understand, dog. I don't understand, but it is what it is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
So you know how it is, man. We just I think sometimes we put a little too much on it. You know what I'm saying? As
hmm
as human beings, but we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Man, I mean, because it's here to do it with. It's here to
Right.
do it with. If they
Yeah.
had had, and that's something I always try to be mindful of. If the technology that exists right now existed in the 1940s, then today the way the world is would be the same way, only it would be the 1940s.
Exactly.
Same thing for the 60s, 70s, 80s, all of that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, I'm gonna get off. I gotta get ready, start packing for this trip tomorrow, and
Yeah, man.
get some things
Yeah.
squared away. And I'm gonna
I,
cut old hands in the dirt on and listen to them while I'm getting some things together.
okay. Bet. Uh
I,
Look here. Hey, before you get out of here, bro, real quick, let everybody know where they can find you at, man. If it's anybody in the chat who don't already know, which they should know, if they don't know who Rooster is,
yeah.
just
So
just tell them.
hey, thank everybody in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all can find me on the freeway exit right at the bottom of the exit with a panhandling sign in my hand saying, "Man, we'll work for cash or we'll work for food, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Food stamps. No, y'all can check me out on YouTube at Big Rooster Show. Uh, Instagram, same thing. Uh, I don't really, indulge in my TikTok but Big Rooster Show there as well. Or Big Rooster, I don't even know. That's how much I indulge in it. And I also have a podcast on Spotify called Big Rooster Podcast Radio. So if y'all want to check
Yes,
it
yes,
out,
yes.
feel free to do so. You know what I'm saying? And and I type hashtag BCIAC in the chat before I get out of here.
There
And
you go. I was gonna ask you to do it.
appreciate
There
y'all. I
you go.
appreciate y'all. And thanks for
Yeah.
having me, bro.
No doubt, man. We always appreciate the conversation. I appreciate not only what you bring to the community, but everything that you bring individually and personally and chopping up. What you say you getting ready to go do? You finna send some seeds to hands in the dirt. I ain't know you were gardening.
Not me, man. I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna just watch.
Mm. Okay. It's two something over there. So now
No, it's
it's
almost 4 o'clock here. It's 4:06
okay.
here.
Okay, so hands in the dirt and them just came on.
I think they own her.
Okay, let me see something real quick, bro, because we got
Oh yeah,
a
they
handful of
own now, right? They are. So
they
you
on
might.
now.
Yep. So you might well do
Hey,
a raid over there,
all
huh?
right, yes, sir. That's what I was finna say. Uh,
All right.
Everybody who in here, man, y'all go show some love to my brother. I ain't realized it's late because my time change is still all discombobulated. Let me go look. Yeah, let's go do a hands in the dirt raid for everybody in here. Tell them African Dreaming sent you, and we gonna go over there and show love to my brother Hands in the Dirt, my sisters Nikki and Bougie Prepper, and we're gonna get it popping over there. We are let me turn it down. We are gonna slide over that way. So much love, much love.
Right on, man. Thanks again
Let
for having me, huh?
Thank you, bro. Thank you for being here, spending time with me, chopping it up with me. Let's get this wind down Wednesday raid cackalacking, and we're gonna slide over that way, bro.
All right, man.
All right, man. Much love, fam.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Hey, everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Much love, much love. We're gonna catch y'all on the flip. Y'all already know what it is. Please go over the Hands in the Dirt if you available, if you got time. Tell them this is an African Dreaming raid. And we been over there because I'm finna go over there too. And much love. Thank you for being here. And until the next time, y'all see me and I see you. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what I'm be doing. Be being country in another country. Peace.